Hello, we're doing beef satay in today's cooking show. It's a somewhat Indian dish. That's what we're going to move toward, Indian and like cake stuff, because now my kid's doing cheerleading. So there might be bake sales. So I'll try to give that opportunity to do more cooking. Indian dishes I'm doing because one thing, they are sometimes more healthier. They have different ingredients, and I want to try different things. And also the fact that, this channel does a lot of Asian dishes, and India is considered in Asia. So we're gonna try to move away from doing eccentric Korean, Japanese, and Chinese dishes, and we're gonna move toward Indian and Arabic dishes, because that's part, in some cases that's part of Asia, especially with Turkey and stuff. So we're gonna try to grab some of the dishes I've never cooked before, some of the dishes I've eaten before, and some of them it's completely new. This is something that is completely new, so hopefully you get to try it yourself and get to enjoy it just like I will. So what we're gonna do is, this is beef satay, and here we are. Here's our dish. I already cut up the beef. As you can see, they're in strips. This is the skewer thing. This is something you could do at a barbecue. Obviously, if you don't like beef or you don't eat beef, you can change this out with chicken, but it's a little harder, and chicken doesn't take as easily for certain things, and it doesn't. And because it doesn't, your soaking time may have to be increased by another 2 hours, because this is a make early in the morning. Because I started before 9 o'clock, and cutting that stuff up and defrosting everything. Because this has to be fully defrosted before you start this process. You're gonna cut it all up, as you can see right here, into strips, and you gotta put it on skewers into the oven. But today it's raining really bad, so we're gonna actually put it on the stove top. We have a flat stove top for that. That was something we paid extra for, and we're gonna really enjoy this. One thing I will say is that if you want to do a tofu-esque thing, obviously, once we cook it, since it's already defrosted and soaked and ready to go, that it only takes about 5-10 minutes, depending on how thin cut it is. I didn't get like super thin, because I'm always worried about burning stuff, so it's going to take a little bit more than 5 minutes to cook on each side. But the stovetop is kind of large, so it'll only probably take like two rounds to really do it. So what we're going to do is we cut up these into these strips. We're going to get, because the recipe I'm going to put down in the description is for 2 pounds, you have to add another serving for everything. So this was 1/4 cup, so I put a little bit more, obviously, into the brown sugar. And then we're going to the fish sauce. Fish sauce I got at Pete's Market. You can probably get it at any Asian grocery store. A lot more places are having some of these, but fish sauce can be, I got a big one for 3 something. It might be a little bit more where you are. So we're gonna put, it said for 1/4, but obviously we're gonna add a little bit more. So, all right. Then we're gonna put just a little bit of soy sauce. Remember, it is a marinade. So we're gonna pour all this into our stuff. Then we're gonna use cayenne pepper. So let me break down what we're using. The beef, obviously, brown sugar, soy sauce, fish sauce, cayenne pepper, cumin, ground coriander, and ground cumin, along with garlic, onions, and ginger. Now the garlic, now we're gonna get to that in a minute. So then we're gonna put cayenne pepper. Now remember, cayenne pepper is a spice that is well, it's got a kick to it. So just remember that once you're doing things, when you're cooking, to not put so much that you are going too hard. Remember, this is an Indian dish. A lot of Indian dishes are very spicy. So, Jordan, get off there! Sorry. God damn it. Ridiculous. My cat is now getting on the stove, which is amazing. We're going to put in the coriander. Remember, it's not a lot going to be put in, but we're double timing it. So it may seem like a lot, but it's really just the fact that we're having to double times everything. And the fact that these things are not coming out like super fast. Because most of these are like a tablespoon, and we have to put a little bit more. The turmeric, I got a big size. The ground coriander come in, and the turmeric are probably the most expensive spices here, as long with the garlic, because ginger root, at least where I am, is not expensive. But, you know, remind yourself, you know, when you're getting cost out, to try to find stuff in big things, because if you're going by the cookbook that we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks, or at least couple months, you'll probably need a lot. So I did get a lot of it, just in case. So, you know, bite the bullet now, then you can come back later. Okay, we're going to move on to the onions. It's, with this, you're supposed to not use the oil. But I probably will, because I am a person who likes to have it soaked up into and be like basically the grease in there. So with the garlic, and the garlic is supposed to be crushed, but since I'm going to be cooking it with it, I left it as is. But if you have a garlic thing to crush things, then you should use that, or just buy crushed garlic. It's going to be more expensive than that, but that's up to you. The ginger. They wanted it as root, so here it is. Obviously, you probably won't eat the ginger root, so if you want to like pick it off once you're cooking it, if you do use the sauce. But if you dump it anyway, just remind yourself that just get 1 or 2 roots, because they're talking about a tablespoon and like a big one, and just half it out and you've got it. Just a couple bit of that, because once again, I'm going to use everything. Again, I just cut up the onions to use to add it on. So we're going to dump all this into here. So we dumped it all in, and now we're going to stir it up. Let's kind of mess that up. As you can see, you can hear everything. You have to kind of make sure that everything is mixed together. And since this is the first time me making it, I kind of smell it already. You should smell it already, so you have an idea what it smells like. If you've ever smelled it before, then it helps, but it has a distinctive smell. If you've never made it before, you'll know really quickly what you're looking at. The smell, the look, everything. If you ever went by a restaurant, you'll know what you're smelling. It is distinctive. Remember, if you've made to put too much of the cayenne pepper, you're going to get a kick at the end of this, because all these pull it together. So if you're in the direction of hot, 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 then you're good. But if you're in the direction of not, put some more brown sugar in. So I suggest you taste it before you marinate it. Give an idea of what you're doing. Because once it's marinated, you're done. In my household, hot, hot, hot is good. so I'm not gonna even taste it. I'm just gonna go with what I know. I'm gonna probably add some stuff to mine as a side and kind of eat all together kind of thing to make it a little bit easier for me. So we are almost done getting everything together. All right. Now it is time. And bring this down so we don't have anything falling down. And here we go, everybody. Yeah. Just pour it all out like you're at a rap video. Pour it out. That's my Hank Hill impression of a rap video with my G's. So, and then we are basically moving everything around. Remember, it's gonna marinate for 2 hours. So, it's extremely important that every bit of it has it. And as you can see, it's not a lot of residue left, so it won't be a problem if you decide to use it. But it really makes sure that every inch of the meat gets it. And that's why I'm using it again, because I always like to add a little bit in case one piece didn't get the love. But doing stuff like this helps. Make sure everybody gets the love of the sauce. Because, you know, unless you got too much sauce, and it really works out for you. We are at 12 minutes. Whoa. We are working hard. Now, prep time for all this is 15 minutes, what they say, but depending on how fast you cut and all this other stuff, and the fact that I had to actually set it up so we could do the film. So, obviously it would be maybe a little faster with me because, you know, I cut up really fast at this point. So, I got a feeling that we are good. Everybody's got some love, I think, and we're good. Now we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 2 to 4 hours. Make sure once again that these are defrosted all the way, but even though they're defrosted, they can spread salmonella, so don't put them near any kind of food or anything like that. It's even covered up to be sure. Also after this, because you are cutting up raw meat, to put everything away, throw everything away that's been touching it if it's not something that you're going to wash, and to make sure to put everything away. Fish sauce requires that you refrigerate it, I believe, so make sure about that because it can turn, and everything else just put it back. Alright, I'll come back with another video. Once I come back, I'm gonna get dressed and go to school. And when I come back, we'll have the next video. Alright, bye.